everybody. We're on the show today. It's exciting. We got AM Jamison with us today, and he is literally at the Crossroads in Tennessee. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How is Doug?
Oh, fantastic. I'm just excited about getting to have you on the show today, and it's neat to see you in such a historic location. So, are you just sightseeing, or what brings you down there to the site there?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Robert Johnson and his music and all the greats, Son House, and this is where they all started. All the great blues greats, started at Dockery Farms. And there's plenty of information on YouTube and documentaries about it and who all was here. And it's an experience. There's an energy here that something great happened here in the music world, and you can feel it. So, um,
Fantastic. So tell those the viewers that maybe don't know what Dockery Farms is. Kind of give us a little bit of history.
the guy was owned all this. He was a plantation owner, and he was so good to his workers that all the blues greats came here and worked. And after work, they would sit where I'm sitting and play their songs. And it's just a real experience to be around the countryside where they were, and they worked here. Um, and back in the day, blues players learned from each other. They weren't trying to hide anything. They shared their music, and it was a really incredible time for music anyway. And I wanted to come down here and whatever's left in the air, I wanted to soak some of that up. You know, I got some,
Well,
I got some music things going.
so you're sitting there. They use that as like a stage. What is that? Like the steps to the farm or the porch, or what is that exactly? Where are you at?
Where I'm sitting is the original steps of the porch that they for the house, and everybody would sit on it and play their songs. But this is the original foundation. Everything here is the original cotton gins, original everything. It's just if you play music, this is where it started. The blue,
Yeah.
they don't know exactly where blues started, but this was a huge starting point for a lot of them. So
So you're down there kind of checking out Sun Studio while you're there. You're thinking about maybe cutting some songs at Sun Studio. Is that kind of in the horizon for AM Jameson?
yeah, I went down there and checked it out and talked to some people and saw what they had and listened to the history of Johnny Cash and Perkins and all those good boys that played there. Elvis Presley, got to stand where they stood. They have X's marked on the ground where they actually stood when they recorded. Jerry Lee Lewis has his piano there where an actual cigar burn where he laid his cigar down when he was playing and it burnt the keys. And it's just an incredible experience to come down here and witness all that.
Oh man, yeah, it sounds like I saw a lot of pictures. I've drove by the outside of Sun Studio. I've just never been inside. It's cool,
It's an
cool
amazing,
place.
it's an experience.
For the listeners that are viewers that don't know about your music, tell us about your newest. You got two songs out currently. You got two singles out, and tell us about
Yes.
those singles and how they can listen to those.
Yeah, anybody can just go on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, um, any musical platform. Just look up AM Jameson, and I have two songs streaming, "Falling Down" and "Off the Train," and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, man. Sounds good. So, what else are you doing while you're down in Tennessee?
Well, I just actually came down here to kind of step in the footsteps of of the ones that I really, you know, liked their music and where they came from and the stories they had and their songs. And I wanted to come down here and check it out. And so yeah, it's a great experience. It's a great time. Great people down here. You like Southern food? Great food.
Fantastic, man. Sounds great. I appreciate you calling in, man, today and getting to be a part of your moment there. It's fantastic. So it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, when I found out I was doing a Zoom call with you, I was like, this is going to be a great opportunity because I plan on being in Mississippi, and there's no better. It's good TV, man. It's great TV. I'm right here at Dockery Farms, holding my cool stick here, and strumming a little bit, and know that all those blues musicians at one time sat where I am and did the same thing. And I thought, man, this is great TV. You know,
It
Doug
is.
needs to do the Zoom call right here.
It is
So
great TV. While you're there, you ought to write a song too.
I already have several rolling around my head. This is very inspirational, very inspirational. And I know you've got a lot of things going with your TV station and your everything with Doug. And it's just this is an important part of the country as far as musicians is concerned. This is a very important part of its history. And I think it needs to be celebrated and kind of, everybody should know.
Well, man, yeah, for reals. I totally appreciate you being on today. It was wonderful seeing you, and we'll be talking more. And I hope you while you guys are down there, you got some other videos and stuff you can get us, and we'll get those on here too, so people can see some of the other cool
Yeah,
stuff that you guys saw.
absolutely.
A.M. Jamison from the Crossroads. Is that what they call it? The Crossroads, right?
Well, this is the Dockery Farms. The Crossroads is
Up the road.
up the road a piece. It's very sobering to be here, because there's almost like a magic in the air. It's like palpable,
Yeah.
So,
I can feel it. I can feel the vibe just even having you on the screen, I can
maybe
feel
Vanessa
the
can give you a swatch across the yard here. You can see the buildings right quick, but they were here. They worked here. They walked here. I walk around touching all the original boards because I want to touch it. Whatever they had, I want to call it. I don't know, but it's inspiring to me that so many great musicians came out of one spot. And I know you appreciate the blues and jazz and Delta blues, and so I was really excited to be able to talk to you on this Zoom call at Dockery Farms because it's kind of a music-based program, right?
exactly. Yeah.
It made me kind of understand that all those musicians that gathered together and played all the time together, that they had that camaraderie, that's very rare nowadays, I think. All those blues musicians were such great friends and hung out and played and spent a lot of time together playing the guitar together and blowing harps and harmonica. And it's just it's a little bit warmer down here in Mississippi than Missouri right now, probably. We was it humid. But I appreciate your time and appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk to you today.
Do you want to see the plantation?
Give them a scope of the.
Yeah, give us a scope. It kind of cracks up a little bit when you're moving, but we can see some stuff. So yeah.
Sit back and get me on the porch.
All right.
Can you sit back?
So over there, it's a little ways from here, but the cotton gin plant and some other little buildings that they did a lot of work in.
You can see the stuff.
And then the original house sat right there. And you can see the red brick. But that's where the house used to sit, and they would be on the porch just playing away. Information back here says that the plantation owner charge the locals 25 cents a person to cross over the bridge over behind the way to stay all night and listen to music on the weekends. I think that's pretty cheap cover charge.
Yeah, for real. Pretty cheap cover
25
charge.
cents. Come in
For
and listen to
sure.
music all night.
For sure. For sure.